This is the PLG compass that Vivian has. Purpose, love, gratitude. Purpose is what? Purpose is to provide us with direction and meaning in life. For example, if I were to ask you, what is the purpose of this computer mouse? The purpose of this computer mouse is to help me navigate the computer, right? So imagine if this mouse forgets about its purpose and start to do many funny things, for example, adjusting the aircon and even adjusting the lights. In the end, the purpose is not fulfilled, right? What's the meaning of this mouse? The mouse will be useful, will be meaningful when it can fulfill its purpose of helping me navigate the computer. So for us human beings, what is our purpose in life? Many people will say, oh, purpose means I want to get a good job, raise a good family, have a good life. That, of course, are not purpose. Those are actually your goals, right? So the PLG will turn you from survivor me to super me. The purpose, you have the direction. And next, when you start to do this, you need to have the connection, right? Like internet, I need to have connection. And you need to lead yourself. Emotional leadership. When you have love, you're able to connect with yourself, connect with your soul, connect with other people, and you're able to have the emotional leadership. And you will have the gratitude, thereby you will shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. And that will enhance your overall well-being. When you do PLG every day, it can create lasting change in your personal and professional relationship. This is what Dr. Vivian said. And now let us go into the details. First thing about purpose is never about your roles, your title, about what people call you. It's about who you are, not what you do. Some of you, when I ask you, oh, I'm a housewife, that's so-called your role, that's called your title. What's your purpose? Oh, my purpose is to be a housewife. Yeah, what's the purpose? Your purpose must be to create the happy family, right? That's the purpose of a housewife. So when you're doing the housework, when you do the housework and you create some kind of friction, some kind of quarrels, if you go back to your purpose, is to create a happy family. You will harmonize. That's why with purpose, it really gives you the direction and gives you the meaning. And our purpose is beyond what we often talk about, this thing called calling. Yes, I know many of you will tell me, Andy, calling is very important, but understand that calling is usually a certain time frame. It may change over time. For example, now at the age of 62, my calling is to contribute to society. When I was younger, I want to make money, but now more or less the children are grown up, everything settled down, so I have more time and money to contribute to society. So I call it upon myself as a calling to do work for the society. But that's not my purpose. My purpose is to harness the potential in people. My calling may be to help the old folks. And what's my mission? Of course, mission will be basically what you want to achieve. Mission is like a goal stronger than goal, right? Like the mission in life is to teach people, to coach people. What I want to achieve is through coaching, training. But is that my purpose? No, my purpose is beyond that. My purpose is to harness the potential in people. I mean, it's good to coach and train people, but at the end of the day, the purpose is something higher, to harness the potential in people. And of course, we always set vision statement. Vision is somewhere in the future. For example, right now, for me, Andy, the vision is to be a keynote speaker, whereby I'll be speaking to audiences around the world as short as 10 minutes, and usually the standard is 45 to 1 hour on internal wellness with SuperME Reset. So that's a vision, but that's not my purpose. So when you have the purpose, it's much higher than calling, mission, vision, and you will be very clear. So-called you are awakened, and it gives you direction. And more importantly, you will stop chasing things that do not align with your soul. For example, my friends, they are in charity, they like to contribute to the old folks' home. So they, Andy, why not you contribute money? Why not you do this, you do that? And then you get this award from the Lions Club International. So for me, I would rather do something that's aligned with my purpose, harness the potential in people. I want to, through the coaching and training, that is my mission, to harness the potential in the seniors, right? So I do not chase after those awards unless they are in line with my purpose, right? So sometimes people say, when you know your purpose, then money becomes secondary. You're no longer chasing after money. That's right, because money is just a goal. It's just a medium of exchange. That's never your purpose, right? However, when you have the purpose, you will naturally achieve your goals. But the goals you achieve are not those that people say, what big money, big house, will be those that nourishes your true self and lead to fulfillment. Only with purpose that you feel satisfied, have a sense of peace. For example, I serve my customers well, not to hit the sales targets, but because it is my belief and passion, and also my purpose. If I'm in customer service, my purpose is to serve the customers. That's all. Like, there is no higher purpose than service to others. That is the meaning of customer service. Next, we look at love. Many people will say love is about something like affection, like I love iPhone. And that is actually not exactly love. That's more like affection. Of course, some people would think love is like a noun. Some people say it's a diamond ring. Some people will say it is romance. Those are not about love. Love is basically an energy connection. It is a frequency. It is not an emotion. A feeling is something you feel inside. Emotion is something to express outside. So some people will often say love is an emotion. At the end of the day, it's more than emotion. It is an energy connection. When you have the love inside you, you feel it inside you, you may or may not express outside. For example, the biggest love is to love someone without imposing on them, right? So if you love someone, you don't want to impose on them. You do not want to express your love in ways that may affect their life. You want to love from behind the scene, from support. That is real love. So love is always pure. It is not about lust. When you have love, you will lead with compassion for yourself and the world. You know, love, some people say it has 4 faces. One is the joy, rejoice. One is the compassion. The other is the love and kindness. And the last one they say is equanimity, giving people space. Well, those are the 4 faces of love. And of course, some people will say there are 5 languages of love. Whatever it is, love is love. It's never about attachment. When you truly love yourself and when you truly love another person, you do not have attachment. You are higher than attachment. For example, if I love my work, I'm beyond attachment. I don't attach to the work. Oh, the work is my life. No, no, no. I love it, yet I'm able to have the equanimity. You give space to the work. So sometimes may not be about work. So the other thing about love is that you are focusing more on intangible and those spiritual, mental things. So you're not so much about chasing after gratification like those big house, big car. So I'm not saying big house, big car, those are no good. What I'm saying is that love is beyond that. Love is the greatest power of all. When you give love and you connect and you serve from a space of wholeness and selflessness, wow, that kind of love everybody wants, right? I'm sure some of you are doing that right now. So love melts fear and invites creativity. When you truly love something, you'll be very creative. If I had to do something out of obligation, I will be more or less like in compliance. I'll be only be creative when there's a reward. No, when you have love, you don't need the reward. The work itself is a reward. Love is already a reward. So for example, I love my job, not because of the pay, but because it gives me a chance to inspire people and make them rise. And their rise inspires me too. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have love? We have the purpose, we have the love, next we have the gratitude. But understand these 3 must be together, PLG. And love, of course, is good to have love, but without purpose, then you are not going anywhere. And then even when you have the purpose of the love, but then you don't have a sense of gratitude, very soon when you encounter difficulties, you are not able to overcome them. So that's why you need to have the gratitude. Gratitude is how you see the world, how you see life. It transforms you from being negative to positive. Because when you have gratitude, you will truly be grateful for everything, whether it's good or no good. In reality, there are no absolute good or no good. Things could be here, but then no good is also for you a chance to improve, right? So gratitude grounds you to the present, because with gratitude, you're focusing on the now and present. And with gratitude, there's no such thing as not enough. You'll be more than enough. See, for example, your boss gives you a raise, a 5% raise. So if you do not have gratitude, you will think this is too low, and you think of why it's like this. But when you have a sense of gratitude, you do not ask why. You only ask, what do I do to deserve this? Can I deserve more? So when can I deserve more actually shifts you from not enough to more than enough. So you start being creative, you have the love for the job, the purpose that combine together. Wow, you'll be very powerful. You'll be getting much more than a 5% pay raise. So it turns you from the why to how. What to do. When you have gratitude, you are no longer resisting, you are accepting. It's no longer about they, it's about you, it's about me. In life, when you resist something, that something will be even stronger. So the moment you accept, wow, there's a big change in life. And acceptance must come with gratitude, right? When you face setback, do you see this as a chance for you to improve? So when you have a sense of gratitude, you're always grateful and thankful for whatever that things come along. There's such a story about gratitude rock. Every day you find a rock on the ground, then you call it gratitude rock, and then you put in your pocket, and every day at night you will empty your pockets, put it on the table, and after 1 month you see so many, more than 30 gratitude rocks. And you ask yourself, what am I grateful for? Every day the rock will represent something you're grateful for. With that, so much gratitude wouldn't be flowing with abundance. So important thing is that when your purpose love gratitude, you'll be shifting from very much of a why is it me to something very, very powerful. You're no longer operating on a low level. You actually shift your energy, identity, and decisions. Ladies and gentlemen, you will start to give from overflow, not from obligation. When you're mooted in purpose, you're not distracted by temporary noise. You act from a higher mission. For example, my purpose to conduct this course is to inspire people and turn everyone into SuperME. So there could be criticism, there could be people who say, oh, this course is not popular, there's no monetary value. I'm not distracted. My purpose is very strong. And because my love for the cause is strong as well, I'm grateful for the chance to speak, whether you give me 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour. Of course, I do a one-day course on the 6th of August, 2025. But the point is, when your decisions are influenced by PLG, you are actually no longer just doing things alone. When your decisions are infused with love, you uplift everyone around you, including yourself. So understand that the fastest way to love another person is to uplift yourself, to love yourself. When you love yourself, you'll be having so much love, then this love will start to overflow. For example, now if I were to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, please give me a cup of orange juice. And some of you ask, how is it possible? This is online. I don't have orange juice at home. But I ask you another thing. Please give me a thank you message. You can give to me easily because you have the gratitude in you. So you cannot give me something that you do not have. So how to make sure you have something? With PLG, with gratitude, you're able to see beyond. And you're able to see underneath. You may have things that people cannot see. That's why when you cultivate gratitude, you stop operating from fear, scarcity, or urgency. You trust, you receive, you flow. We know human beings can do much more. We are only using 0.1% of our potential. That's why my purpose in life is to harness the potential in people. And when we have PLG, we're able to do much more. And that's where your SuperME emerges. A new version of you will be there. That's the real you. The SuperME is finally unleashed. Just now you saw the video, you see that Dr. Vivian, yeah, her title is big, Dr. Vivian, Mrs. Singapore Universe 21/9, but you hear her speak, it's so ordinary, right? Because SuperME is never about very fanciful. It's always about authentic and real. So from the video, was she real? Was she authentic? I leave you for your judgment. The important thing is that your PLG will shift your energy. And with that, you are able to get the wellness. In summary, wellness with SuperME, using the power of purpose, love, gratitude, and we are able to transform ourselves and able to transform the world. The purpose will always turn your routines into reverence. You are here to contribute. You're not here to perform. Understand that a SuperME is not about performance. A SuperME is about contribution. A SuperME is about living. It's about going home to yourself. So the purpose will turn you to something about positive creativity, and of course, love. It's about how you show up when no one is watching. The more you give up love, the more you will receive love. That's what it meant by work with your heart. That's why when you work with love, the more love you will receive. And gratitude is always about simple moments. It's not about big things. Or when you get a big award, you'll be grateful for. But in reality, life has many, many much more smaller moments. For example, I'm grateful today that I'm able to achieve some goals in the training, and those are all in line with my purpose. That's the most important thing, right? So with the purpose, love, gratitude, we have a live demonstration of a message. Right now, I want to give this message to you, the participants, because you guys have been listening so much. So first thing, I will start with purpose. The purpose of this seminar is to unleash the SuperME in you. I love the fact that you engage with me throughout this event. And you also did the assessment, which will come later on, right? The next slide. And I'm grateful for the chance to able to ripple SuperME to you and your world. That's right. My purpose is to harness the potential in people. And when I'm a SuperME, I will naturally create a ripple. So from this ripple of SuperME, we will ripple to the world. That's what we call it from SuperME to Super World. Now it's your turn. You can say the same message back to me, or you can say it to your loved ones. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to right now pause this video and take up your phone, send a WhatsApp message to someone using PLG. It can be just text, it can be voice input, it can also be a video. Some of you may feel awkward and may feel, oh, do I have to do this? At the end of the day, it's not whether you have to do. It's about you wanting to do this because this is you. Being grateful for something is very natural. Loving something is also natural. Hate is not natural. Having purpose is already natural. It's hidden with us. So right now, take out your phone and send a PLG message to your loved ones. I give you time to do this. And for some of you, you want to do the assessment. This is the assessment. You can screenshot this page and compute yourself. Total, there will be 2 tests. One is SuperME, the other is SuperME. I'll leave it for you to do because this is something you have to do yourself. This is the SuperME. Just score honesty. How many points? Like 1 to 5. 5 is very true. 1 is not true at all, right? 2 is a bit true. I'm sure you know what I mean, right? So 5 is very true. 1 is not true. So just score. The first test is the SuperME. The second one is the SuperME. And once you have completed the assessment, compare these 2 scores. Are you higher on SuperME or SuperME? Remember, do not judge yourself. SuperME is never about judging. SuperME is always about reflection. Whether your score is high or low for SuperME does not matter. What matters is, do you look at yourself with honesty, with integrity? Do you like what you see? Do you have the gratitude even when things are not good? Because only with gratitude then you can improve. If you're not happy with your score, but you're grateful for the score, right? At least it's not 0. At least you got 1 point. That's how you can improve. We can always turn around with PLG. This is not theory. This is the summary of PLG. Understand that I'm going to show the next few slides, very powerful. We use PLG to turn around companies, to turn around teams, and it's something that many people pay thousands of dollars for transformation, for turnaround sessions. But I do it in just one day, as short as 1 hour. For example, you're not achieving enough. This is a SuperME PLG message to yourself. So how do you write to yourself? First thing, the purpose. You pause and say, I'm here to grow, not to prove. No doubt you have not achieved enough, but the point is, what's your purpose? The purpose is to grow. The purpose is to harness the potential in yourself, not to prove to anybody. So with this purpose very clear in mind, you will start to love yourself. You say, I'm okay, I'm doing my best, and my best will be better tomorrow. And thirdly, you must be grateful for how you have done for the last 5 years or so. The more important thing is that you have not given up, you are still here. That is something very big that you must be grateful for. Next time you find yourself not getting the results, maybe you take part in a contest and you did not win the contest. Do a PLG and you'll be very happy with yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, life happiness is not about external, it's always about internal. PLG is always internal. The next turnaround example will be you have a relationship issue with your spouse over finance. So what's the purpose? The purpose is not finance. The purpose is always about you and your spouse, the relationship, how to build a strong, good relationship. That's why if you want to have the strong relationship with your spouse, you would not want to straight away argue or defend. You would want to go further. That's why you will ask your spouse, help me understand what matters to you most. Because your purpose is to reach some kind of agreement, harmony, right? That's why you need to ask, right? And love. What is the best action for love when you have a disagreement? It's none other than listening. True listening without any interruption, without any judge. And even when what they say may not be true, just listen, just listen. I know it's not easy, but that love is always not easy, right? It's easy to get angry, to have hatred. Love is something very deep inside us. And when you can truly listen, the love starts to rise a little bit. Then be grateful. You must thank your spouse for trusting you with your concern. Then you thank already, then you give your suggested solution. This is the way to deal with disputes, to deal with conflicts. Purpose, love, gratitude. It works. We have done this before for our clients. I remember the time on the 29th of May, I have a one-day course for the Singapore Police Force at the hotel. And we did a few sessions on this. Next is when you did not get the expected promotion. So understand, what is your purpose? You're here to serve, not promotion. Promotion is just a goal, just an outcome, right? We don't chase after promotion. We don't chase after our dreams. We realize our dreams by being a SuperME. And your love, important thing, do you still love your job, you know? When you truly love your job, even if you don't get the promotion, you start to look for lessons learned. And you have to be grateful to your boss for their support. And the best way to repay your boss is to simply say, I will work harder. I will work harder. That's all, right? When you do this PLG message to yourself, when you get the promotion, your mindset will change instantly. And you're able to see results instantly. In my Zoom class and live class, I gave the audience 5 minutes to send the WhatsApp message to the loved ones, right? And on the spot, I can see results. People tell me, and right now I can see some results coming in from, because we have a group chat, right? And then they put here, one will say, oh, noted, and the other one will say, it's okay, thank you. And one will say, more importantly is what we do, blah, blah, blah here. So important thing is, it really works. So my purpose is to create results instantly in the class. You don't wait for after the class to do homework. No, no, no. In the class, you will get results. With the PLG, you'll be transformed instantly. Let's look at another example. Your health. This is a very common issue. Your blood test shows there's some issues. What do? Start to panic, start to worry. Have a purpose. You remind yourself, what's the purpose? Your purpose is that your body is a foundation. Your purpose is actually to harness the potential in yourself. Plus, that also includes to harness the potential in your health. With that understanding, that's your purpose. The purpose is not the blood test. That is just an outcome. So with here, when you have issues, you will love yourself even more. We know health has three elements: the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. When you start to love yourself more spiritually and mentally, your physical health will start to improve. For example, when you have a positive mindset, even though you have, let's say, a headache, you will not focus on the headache, you focus on other things, right? So straight away, the headache becomes lesser. And third thing, have a gratitude. You're grateful to your body for still showing up and still working well. No doubt you have some issues, but then that's not the end of the day, right? That is just something to let you know. Be grateful for it and move on what you can do, how you can do. Now, some of you may not have done the exercise. I want you to now send a PLG message to your colleague or loved ones. Some of you may not know how to write. It can be as simple as the purpose of this message is to thank you for doing this thing for me last week. I love the fact that you have done for me in the short period of time within the budget. I'm grateful for the chance to work with you. As simple as that. Bear in mind that the simplest message sent with sincerity, with heart, is the most powerful message in the world. You don't need fanciful language and you don't need all those things, right? Of course, you can add a final note, I couldn't tell you enough, and the kind of things also can, but not necessary to have. This is an example of a PLG message I sent to my music mentor, Miss Kathleen Lin, and with clearly written purpose, love, gratitude. And that was her reply immediately the next morning, because I sent her late at night. So maybe she has slept already. But next morning, 7:15, I saw the message coming in and I was so happy. And she said that if you read here, she said, thank you for your heartwarming message and touch my morning, Wednesday morning, to a heartwarming one. You see, it's a simple message from me and it turned into so heartwarming. And she gave me so much encouragement. In fact, I felt more touched after reading her response to me. And she told me on the phone, I was very touched by the message. So you see from here, this PLG is very powerful. A simple one survey will bring two hearts closer and people becoming so strong together. And with that, we can do much more in life. People always ask me, Andy, what new skills must I learn? What new courses? SuperME is the one. And the skill is PLG. It may look simple, but it takes a lifetime to master. I've been doing PLG every day without fail, every day at least one message from 28th of April 2025. So it has been 2 months already. The results are obvious. I mean, if you come and see me, I can show you the work file. It's in my drive, online drive, Google Drive, Microsoft Drive. You're able to see the response. So the important thing is that it works. And ladies and gentlemen, what's your next step right now? Do you want to be SurvivorMe or SuperME? Anyone want to be SurvivorMe? Whatever the case is, don't have to raise your hand. Join our Facebook group, SuperME Unleash, because this is the place whereby we build the community, we build stronger together. You can scan this QR code, it goes straight to the Facebook group. And of course, some of you may say, I want to continue learning. No issue. We have a one-day course that is on every month. For example, in July, we have in August, 6th of August, the fee is $560. It'll be done in a hotel. You can scan this QR code and register for it. But the good news is that I always give people big discount. It is 49% discount. So instead of $560, it's only $286, but only for the first 13 people. And you can simply go to this website to register and pay using your credit card or pay now. And the fee is already discounted. The promotion discount is already there. So take a screenshot of this. This is your next step right now. The important thing is that you're able to make 3 times out of this $560 fee. First is that you'll get unshakable clarity and confidence. Imagine how much. So I went for a 7-day course and I paid 7,000 Singapore dollars, you know. But now it's only 560 and you get this one at least, if the value is at least 1,000. Then you break free from your limitations. That's another $300. And you transform your communication and influence. Imagine you send this PLG message to your spouse, to your loved ones. Just think about the impact you will have on your family, on your children, on your pets at home, right? In our 1-day class, we also have a 30 days action plan whereby we will coach our participants on a one-to-one basis. So it's not just you attend the course. No. We want you to implement all those things and get more results in your work. So we have a one-to-one consultation via WhatsApp. Of course, we have a group chat whereby we share those things. So these are at least $400. I mean, if you go attend outside class, so add together, the value is at least $2,200. And now it's only $560. And best of all, now we have a 49% discount. It's only $286. So you easily make how much more? You actually make you just pay 200 plus and you get back 2,000, you make 9 to 10 times more. How do you get such a good investment in this world? Ladies and gentlemen, this is from me to you. I'm very fortunate to be able to conduct this SuperME course with the blessing and guidance from the creator of SuperME and PLG, Dr. Vivian Passion Co. And the best way to repay the gratitude is to do. Actions speak louder than words. And my goal is always to empower people. Vivian's goal is to empower like-minded people so that they can live their life with purpose, love, and gratitude. That is also my goal. My purpose is to harness the potential of people. My goal is to make people able to use the PLG tools. So you watch this video, understand that you may have to watch it several times, but the important thing is it is something for you and to share it with your friends. So do not keep it to yourself. Share this link with your friends. And we are all becoming SuperME. My name is Andy. I'm very fortunate and very grateful. Lastly, to end this, I want to give you a PLG message. The purpose of this seminar is to move audience. I love the fact that some of you actually took the action and get instant results. I'm grateful for the chance. And I'll be even more grateful when everybody can live a SuperME.